Hi there, it's Kaylee from Crochet Unraveled, and in this video I wanted to show you how to crochet double crochet rows with really smooth edges. So in my last video I showed you how to crochet straight edges so your project isn't growing out or getting skinnier. So this video differs in the way that I'm going to show you just a little bit of a different technique that teaches you how to get these really nice and smooth edges. Your preference dictates which one you want to do, but I really like the nice and clean edge of this, and this could become a really pretty pot holder or something if it was crocheted larger, or even a blanket, or essentially anything that's crocheted with rows of double crochet. So let's go ahead and get started here. What I've done here is just chained 11, and all I'm going to do is start my double crochet in the second chain from my hook. I like to crochet in that back bump because it creates a nice pretty edging to my piece, but that is up to you. And so you may have noticed that I crocheted in the second chain from my hook, but often for double crochet patterns they will ask you to skip 2 or even sometimes 3 stitches before you do your first double crochet stitch in the chain, and that is a little bit of a hint on what makes the edges of our double crochet work just a little bit smoother than they normally would be. So give me just a second here to crochet these stitches, and I will meet you at the other end. All right, so I made it to the other end. I crocheted 1 double crochet in each of those chains, and now that I'm here, I'm just going to pull this stitch a little bit tight, because I find that when I do that, it helps the edges go straight up and down a little bit more. All right, so now I'm going to teach you how we're going to do our turning chain, and like I alluded to earlier, it's a little bit different than what you're probably used to. So what I'm going to do is pull my loop up a little bit just to make kind of a loose chain there, or a loose loop, yarn over, and then just chain 1, and that's it. From here I'm going to flip my work over to go the other direction, and then I'm going to start my first double crochet stitch as I usually would in that very first double crochet from the row below. And that's that. You may notice that the front and back loop of this double crochet stitch are a little bit sideways, but once we come back the other way, our next row will kind of pull it upright and make it really nice and smooth, and even pull this little bump that's kind of jutting out to the side into the project to make it even straighter. So let's go to the other end, and I can show you just in case you don't know, or just as a refresher, where that last double crochet stitch should go, because that's a big part. If you're not crocheting in the right stitches, or if you're doing something that I used to do, which is crocheting in that turning chain, then the edges of your project won't be straight or smooth. So here we are, we're at the end, and this is about where I used to be questioning how many more stitches I had left. So look at your project here. Let's just look at what we have, and you can see and identify those double crochet stitches. So I see there is 1 more here, and you can even verify that by turning it right side up like this. You can see almost the braid-like structure that the front and back loop make there. So that is where your last and final double crochet will go for the row. And already you can see that that turning chain is not jutting out to the side. like it does in this swatch. It's a little bit straighter. So what we're going to do again is kind of pull this a little tight and then pull up a loop, yarn over, and chain one. And I want to show you what that first double crochet from the previous row is going to look like. The one that I told you it was kind of almost a little bit sideways. I'll show you how it stands up when we do our double crochet into it. All right, and we're here at the end. Let me just show you this final double crochet stitch. Pull it a little tight there. And again, there you go. You see the stitch was kind of pulled into the rest of the project, and it is coming out really nice and smooth. So that's all I have to show you for today. I really hope that that helped, and maybe in your next project or something that you're working on now, you can practice this. It's really simple. It's fewer stitches than you would normally do for your turning chain, so maybe it makes things simpler and even prettier. So that's why I like using this technique. But if you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that thumbs up button if this video helped you out. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments section below. If you haven't already made it over to my website, crochetunraveled.com, make sure you go ahead and do that now, because you can sign up for my email list and get tons of free goodies into your email inbox. And I'm putting out new tutorials all the time, so I will notify you about those through email as well. So I hope that you enjoyed this video and that it helped you out. Have a wonderful rest of your day and happy crocheting.